Hey, I'm John with Bravo Company Digital, and this is how to generate leads for your commercial HVAC company. We're working with a commercial HVAC company, trying to help them generate leads, which generates appointments, which generates sales, which generates revenue. Okay, and this is what we're doing. This is what they were doing before. Okay, this is what most people do. Hire sales people. Okay, salespeople drive around. Maybe they go to events, and then they hope and pray. Listen, I love salespeople. Okay. And this isn't their fault, but this is what we see over and over again. We see people with, hundreds of thousands of dollars in salespeople payroll that are spending zero or virtually zero on lead generation. So, not what I recommend. Okay. If it's working for you, great, but it's not what I recommend. I love salespeople. You need salespeople, but this isn't how I would do it. Let's throw up at top. We need to also put these in red. It's like, hey, this is bad. That's not how we do it. So how do we do it? How do we recommend to do it? Okay, let's go. First, let's identify and scrape lists. We'll call this ICP. Deal customer profile. Okay. So this client we're working with now, they like manufacturing. Okay. Come on. Customer profile. They like manufacturing. So they want us to look at all manufacturing plants in the vicinity. Okay. So we go, okay. Let's get that list. How do you get that list? I would start with Google Maps and go from there. Okay, you can use lots of different data sources, but I start with Google Maps. So once you identify and scrape that list, then the next step is cold outreach. Okay, you can do phone and email. Okay, some of these capitalization stuff can drive me nuts. So let's do cold outreach. Okay. You don't need a good script. You need cold outreach that says, hey, I work for a local HVAC company. We're looking to expand in the area. We'd love to come out, give you free quotes and assessments of your current system. How's next Tuesday at 1 o'clock? And they're going to say no, but you can send me an email. That's what's going to happen a lot of the time. Okay. So you're going to get this email, confirm phone number, whatever. Okay. Perfect. So this is what is going to happen. Oh, your cold caller. How do I just make an arrow here? There we go. But I want it to go in the other way. All right, this is kind of your cold calling function, okay? It's your cold caller, or at least the function of your business. That's all it does. It just cold outreaches, scrapes a new list, refines the list. Cold outreaches, scrapes. But what this person delivers to, let's put this next function of the business with my backwards arrow again. I'm failing on my arrows today. Okay. Let's put this in the middle. Okay. The next function is this person is, it's basically just identifying warm leads. Can we get let's do like a hard sell box here. Okay. This person is identifying warm leads. That's all their job is. Okay. So when we go here, this person is nurturing leads. Okay. Nurturing leads. Let's put it here. Let's go. Nurturing leads is another word for providing value. Okay. And then the next step is booking appointments. Okay. So providing value, booking appointments. So this function, okay, we would call the one on the left a cold caller and the one on the right an SDR. This is booking appointments. Okay. And then what happens? Well, let's get someone else over here. This person, who's probably your salesperson, their job is to execute appointments, close appointments, and you're good to go. But realize that after the executed appointment, this could go back like that. We need to separate these so you can tell what's going on, though. How about that? Okay. This person's function is to close appointments. Okay. So why do you want to look at it like this? This is why you want to look at it like this. Because the personality, okay, the skill set for someone who's identifying warm leads, that's someone who's just pounding out phones, okay? You don't need a whole lot of creativity or reasoning or anything else. You need a high motor and someone that's willing to just suffer through rejection and just pound the phones, okay? Takes a unique skill set. Then you have booking the appointment, okay? This is someone, I think about this person like inside sales, right? Someone that they want their CRM filled up. They want to be organized. They want to be a combination of cold calling sales where they're still doing a pretty high volume, but much lower than the cold calling. And they're being more dynamic. They're providing value. They're thinking outside the box. They're working the system, but they got to think on their feet. Their whole goal is to provide value, book appointments. Then on the right, you have the salesperson. Okay. Salesperson is outside sales. They likely go in person. For HVAC, they're definitely going in person, I would think. And their job is to just be awesome in that appointment. Okay. And oftentimes what we see is salespeople are usually not very good at staying organized or paperwork. So they can push all their notes to the SDR, who maybe the SDR helps them create that proposal. Okay. But we've got a cold caller, we've got an SDR, and then we've got the actual salesperson. But then you go like, well, what if we don't have all those functions, all those positions in our business? Like, hey, that's fine. You might be a business owner and you might have to do all three of these, but I think it's important to understand that they are three distinct roles. You have the cold calling, you have the appointment booking, and then you have the appointment closing. So then what should your first hire be? Well, I would say your first hire should be cold caller. Fill up your CRM with a bunch of appointments. And I think your second hire should actually be your SDR that is booking the appointments. And the third hire should be the salesperson to actually go execute appointments. Most people are starting with the salespeople, and most salespeople are terrible cold callers. Okay. We have our cold callers do 1,000 calls a week. I don't know any salespeople doing 1,000 calls a week. Salespeople can do some cold calls, but most salespeople are not doing high volume cold calling. Okay. So if you're an HVAC owner, GM, salesperson out there, and you hire salespeople, they drive around, they go to events, they hope and pray. Hey, if you've got a wonderful business because of that, good on you. Okay. But this is how I think you should generate leads for your commercial HVAC business. Figure out your ICP, scrape the list, get a big list of all the manufacturing plants, all of the fitness centers, whatever your ICP is. Okay. Cold outreach them on phone, email. You're going to try to book the appointment, right? Cold calling, you're going to be like, hey, let's book an appointment. But almost all of them are going to be like, hey, we're not ready for an appointment right now. But here's an email. Okay. So then you just take that email, you make sure you got a sexy email that you can send over to that address. And then you have the SDR function. Their whole goal is like, hey, I'm going to take these warm leads, or at least leads that gave us their info, and we're going to say like, hey, we're doing a special. Hey, look at this awesome case study. Hey, here's a video of how great we are. Hey, here's how long we're in business. Hey, here's a 5K that we just sponsored, right? You're just going to continue to touch base with them. Frequency on that depends. I would say once a month, I want at least one email and one phone call, at least. Okay, that's a bare minimum. I would advise doing more if you can. But you're trying to work those leads, warm those leads up. Every one of those emails, every one of those phone calls should have a call to action. That call to action should say, hey, it's time to book an appointment, right? Like, hey, for your free offer, for your whatever, book this appointment, okay? Call to action for all of those. These aren't even. It's driving me nuts. Oh my goodness. I got to let it go. Okay. And then executing an appointment. This is where salespeople actually go execute it. And you need awesome salespeople. I love salespeople. But if your salesperson has white space on their calendar and they're just driving around trying to go to events, you need to spend some money in marketing to either hire some people to do this, hire someone like Bravo Company Digital, my company, to do it. But you need leads to book appointments. You need appointments to keep a salesperson busy and justify that payroll. And you need all three if you want to grow your business. Again, go to bravocompanydigital.com if you want to work with us or learn more. Thanks for everything. Take care.